Okay, so the purpose of this lab is literally for you to follow the scientific method and make sure that you can follow procedures properly, record your data, and answer the questions at the end to provide a conclusion. So this lab, it's really short, super simple. I'm gonna do this as a demo in class, but this is for any student who misses the demo in class or doesn't get a chance to finish their work while we're in during our live session, because I don't think we're gonna actually get to those last set of questions. Sorry, my turtles are still hanging out with me. They're maybe eating the fruits and vegetables I gave them. They're a little weird. So anyways, so the whole purpose of this experiment is to show how changes in procedures can cause changes in results. So if you don't follow the procedures exactly, then it's going to change the results. So they didn't give really very detailed procedures in this project, basically to show that if you don't follow the procedures, it will change the results. So the materials that you need are 2 different coins. I have a penny and a dime. You need paper towels. It's probably for me to put this stuff on the paper towel. I'm gonna actually use my plate instead, which is not gonna change the results. An eyedropper, but an eyedropper is really called, the proper term is the pipette. It sucks the liquid. We used them last year when we made our slides in November, so for the microscope. And then water, which I'm playing with right now, and the lab sheet. Again, remember, you're not supposed to be running around when you're doing stuff like this, because then you're gonna bump into it and knock it over. And I'm already breaking a rule because I'm drinking coffee while I'm doing this, even though I'm not really using anything that's dangerous. So anyway, so to begin the scientific method, you're gonna continue to work through this. We're gonna use the scientific method to continue to work through this lab, and we're gonna have to put the 2 different types of coins on the paper towel. Like I said, I'm gonna use the plate. It's not gonna change anything. I just grabbed the paper towels so I can dry them off because I have to do the experiment twice. You're gonna use the eyedropper to put drops of water on the coins. How many drops each coin, count how many drops each coin can hold before the water overflows. Record findings on the lab sheet. So like I said, the lab sheet's super simple, and I redid the lab sheet for you guys. This is basically what it looks like. Super, super, super simple. You're never gonna see something this simple again. So be happy that this is the beginning. These are the questions that you're gonna need to answer. I'm going to go over them toward the end. So those questions are basically to confirm your results and to basically like drawing your conclusions, to rate the conclusion. So starting with, so the first thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to choose a method of doing this. Whether you're going to do it fast or you're gonna do it slow. Well, I'm gonna do it fast first to see what happens if I squirt the water on them fast and see how many drops I can get on it, see if it really works, see how fast it goes, so we'll see what my results really were. So I think, so it's not really very specific with the hypothesis either. So I'm going to kind of just make one up. So I think, actually I think is not the words you're gonna use. If I, hold on, I'm thinking. I didn't think this through before I started this video. So if I squeeze water from my pipette onto these 2 coins, a dime and a penny, a dime and a penny, fast, or when I'm far away and close. This is gonna be interesting. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do it fast, far away. I think that's gonna be a disaster. What do you guys think? So we're gonna go with that. My hypothesis is if I squeeze water onto these coins from far away and fast, the water is going to go everywhere, and I'm really not gonna be able to count how many times I get how many drops I get on the coins, because I'm not really controlling the situation. So I'm going to start with my dime. Oh, I didn't even count that. Maybe I should have counted it. And it really overflowed right away anyway. So let's try this again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not even staying on there for me to count it right. So let's try on the dime. Oh, and you know what? It also wanted to know if it was on heads or tails. They're both on heads. I left them both on heads. 3. Oh, I didn't count that either. Or I tried to count it. It's really hard to count it when it's going fast. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's really not staying on there. It could have to do with how fast I'm doing it. It could have to do with how far away they were. So I'm gonna say maybe it was 4 or 5 drops that they both got, but I did it really fast. It didn't really work. So then, does it matter what type of coin you use or what side you use the coin on? Well, I had them both on heads, so I'm gonna flip them both to tails for the next one. Does it matter how far away the dropper is? Well, I think it does. I think it's going to be more controlled if it's closer. Does it matter if the water, if you drop the water quickly or slowly? Again, I think it's going to matter, and I'm going to drop it slowly this time, so closer and slowly. So those are the choices that I'm going to change for my second trial. I'm flipping them over. I don't really think the side of the coin really matters. I think that the amount of drops that it would hold kind of matters. So I'm gonna guess that the dime is gonna hold 5 drops and the penny is gonna hold 7 drops. See if that actually works. Let me see. So, all right, so super close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was wrong with the number. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so the dime got 16 drops. Look at that, it looks really cool. All right, so if the dime got 16 drops, I'm gonna change my mind now. Even though, so I said 5 and 7, but if that got 16, this one's gonna get at least 20. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I wonder if I dropped them bigger. So the penny got 15, the dime got 16 drops. Clearly there was a big difference to check them out to get the water to stay. The water is still staying on them without overflowing. It looks like a little bubble. It looks pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna wipe them off. I'm actually gonna do it just for fun one more time, even though it only says to do 2 trials. I'm gonna do a third one just for fun on heads to see if it makes a difference in how many drops I get. And I'm gonna do it close, not far away, because like I said, I think it does matter because it's just spilling all over the place, even on heads, or I mean on tails. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 2. 9, 10, 11. Oh, that looks like it filled. Oh, that was 11. The other side was 16, I think. 1, 2, 3. I think that was 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was a little less too, because I got 15 on the other side. So maybe the side matters for the amount of drops you get. But that's probably because I think the side with the head side is a little bit more raised to show heads or tails. The tail side is a little bit more flat. So that was our little experiment for following the scientific method. So I did the experiment, I had my hypothesis. My hypothesis was really lame. I promise you guys I'll have a better hypothesis on Friday. And if I don't, well, no, I will. That's not true. Maybe I'll actually redo part of the video and add a real hypothesis into it. So we're going to analyze our data. Analyzing your data is going to be checking this out. I didn't fill this out. but it will be after you fill this out. You're going to analyze the data, you have to record the data, you have to tell me what was the difference in the data. So the questions that are going to matter are the other questions that you have to answer, right? So does it matter what type of coin you used and which side of the coin you used? Well, it kind of matters. It matters if the coin is bigger or smaller, because if I use the quarter, I'm gonna have to put more drops. I apparently used less drops for the head side. Does it matter how far the dropper is from the coin? Yes, it does. Actually, let's see if I do it so far away from the coin. Oh, I can't even get it on the coin. Well, that still kind of matters too, because that's making a mess. So far away is totally not gonna work. And close up super fast. Oh, but then I can't really count if I do it super fast. I had more control when I was closer. So being closer, definitely more control. Being slower, you definitely have more control. I already told you what I changed in the second trial, so when we do this in class on Friday, you have to tell me what we changed. If you missed class, you're gonna use my experiment that I just did right now. How did your hypothesis hold up? Did you prove it or disprove it? Well, I totally disproved it. So whether is it, there's another word for it, it's not prove or disprove, it was accept or reject. So were you able to accept your hypothesis? Meaning did it come out the way you expected to, or do you have to reject it and come up with a new hypothesis? I rejected my second hypothesis basically as I was doing the experiment. So, and then it says, if you need to rewrite your hypothesis, what would you say? Guess what? I'm gonna rewrite my hypothesis and give that to you at the end of this video. All right, guys, make sure you get your work done. It's due on, I don't know, I didn't put a due date. I think I might be nice and put it on Tuesday. Yeah, actually I will put it for Tuesday because, oh no, I lie. I'm gonna put it for Wednesday. I'm gonna be nice because Monday's a holiday, so I don't see B-Day until Tuesday, so B-Day won't do this until Tuesday. And Monday's a holiday, so. All right, make sure you guys do your assignment, make sure it gets submitted and uploaded, and that's it. That's the experiment. Okay guys, so I thought of what my hypothesis should have been when I started the experiment. It should have been, if I hold the dropper high and far away from the coin and I drop the droplets fast onto the coin, then it's going to make a mess because I don't have control of the dropper and the drops that are being released. There was more information on the sheet, meaning like how many drops you could put. So there's a bunch of different ways you could have written that hypothesis. So my worded hypothesis after I did that one the first time, which that one proved me right. If I hold the dropper closer to the coin and drop the water droplets out of the pipette slowly, then I will be able to fill the coin without it overflowing. My hypothesis about the numbers was totally off. I wasn't really thinking how many, I was thinking that the drops were gonna be bigger, I guess, and it was gonna cover the coin quicker. So my hypothesis was originally if I drop, I guess then I could have actually said if I hold the dropper close to the coin and drop the water slowly, then I will be able to get 5 drops of water on the dime before it spills over. But in reality, I was able to get like 16 drops on the tail side. So, okay, so I fixed my hypothesis. That was that. Remember, your hypothesis could be a little bit different. It doesn't have to be what I just said. Okay, make sure you guys get your work done.